What's going on, Cardinal Nation? Man, heartbreaking loss tonight. Heartbreaking loss. We've now lost five straight. Thankfully, though, this game was much closer. Way closer, in fact. A much more competitive game compared to last night's game where we gave up 13 runs. Uh, 8 of the 13 were scored in one inning. Uh, and Matthew Liberatore had a rough outing, but we lose in this one to the Baltimore Orioles by a score of 8-7. Had a lot of chances in this game, and now lost five straight. Playoff chances are getting, unfortunately, slimmer and slimmer now, with just about almost, I think, exactly a month left now in the season. Uh, and we're 6 games back now of the final playoff spot, which currently belongs to the San Diego Padres. And they won today, as well as the other two teams we're chasing. The Marlins and the Diamondbacks, they all won today, so we're 6 back of them. And yeah, so with Michael McGreevy on the mound, Baltimore taking first inning lead. RBI single by Christian Encarnacion and Strand. That would make it 1-0 then. RBI single by outfielder Dylan Beavers to make it a 2-0 lead. Then a 3-run home run by Leody Taveras, his 8th home run of the year. And so just like that, 5-0 Baltimore in the first half of Michael McGreevy, who's been very solid all season long, most of the season. Especially at home, he's pitched really well at home this season. But 5-0 right off the bat. Thankfully, though, obviously still a lot of game left. We got 2 singles in the bottom of the first, so could have potentially gotten on the board. But 3 straight outs. Then the top of the second, 2-run home run by Pete Alonso, who homered last night, had 4 hits last night, and he's been one of the top hitters really in the second half of the season. 32nd home run. And so just like that, 7-0 Baltimore. Cardinals would respond to get on the board to make it a 7-1 game. A solo home run by Nolan Gorman. First home run back in the majors for Gorman. It's his 8th of the season, 27th run batted in. So that would put us on the board to make it 7-1. And McGreevy would make it through 5 innings, giving up 7 runs, 10 hits, walked 2 and struck out 3. And so the frustrating thing about that first inning was all 5 Baltimore runs were scored with 2 outs. So McGreevy was just an out away from a scoreless first inning. But he would make it through 5, which was nice. Then the bottom of the 5th, down 7-1, and with the bases loaded, Alec Burleson would cut the lead to 7-3 with a 2-run single. Then Jordan Walker with an RBI double to make it 7-4, with runners on second and third, with a tying run at the plate, and Nathan Schertz would drive in 2 on an 0-2 pitch to make it a 7-6 game. So yeah, it's trying to rally all the way back, and we would do just that. Jose Fermin would ground out, it would score Church. So we would come all the way back from a 7-0 deficit, and 6 runs in the 5th on only 4 hits. But yeah, and Burleson and Walker have been so good with runners on base. We'll get it done to tie it up 7-7. Luis Gastelum would strike out the side in the top of the 6th, and when fortunate, strand a runner on third in the bottom of the 6th. Ryan Stanton would have a scoreless 7th inning rather. George Soriano would have a scoreless 8th inning, despite allowing a hit and a walk. And so in the bottom of the 8th, Pedro Pajes would put the 2-out walk, and then J.J. Weatherholt would fly out to center on a 10-pitch at-bat. So, on the 10th pitch, it was a sinker, hit out to center just shy of the warning track. So it's up to Riley O'Brien pitching for the first time since that disaster outing Sunday against the Phillies, where he gave up 6 runs where the Cardinals were just a strike away from winning that game. So his job was to keep it tied. And unfortunately, a leadoff single, then a wild pitch, then a go-ahead double by Encarnacion Strand to give the Orioles an 8-7 lead. Thankfully, nothing else, so down a run with the heart of the order for the Cardinals. 2-3-4 due up in the bottom of the ninth, facing former Cardinals reliever from a couple years ago, Andrew Kittredge. And the Orioles actually have Ryan Helsley. However, he's on the IL. He's actually not pitched much this season. The former Cardinal closer, Ryan Helsley, who we traded last year to the Mets, then became a free agent, signed with Baltimore. And yeah, has not pitched much for them this season. Ivan Herrera with the leadoff single, so a great start. With the winning run at the plate and a very good guy at the plate. Alec Burleson with Hugh ground out. That would move Herrera to second. Then Jordan Walker would walk on 4 pitches. So, with runners on first and second, Nathan Church would ground out, but that would advance runners to second and third. So it was up to Jose Fermin to try and tie or win it for the Cardinals. He, of course, drove in the tying run. And unfortunately, on a 2-2 pitch, he would pop out to the second baseman, Jackson Holliday, to give the Orioles an 8-7 win. And yeah, it's just disappointing for sure. But, I mean, it was great to see the Cardinals come all the way back from a 7-0 deficit. 3 hits for Ivan Herrera and 3 hits for Brian Torres. So, 2 RBIs for Burleson and Church. Burleson now has 98 on the season. Sal Stewart, the rookie from the Reds, just became the first player in the majors to reach 100 RBIs this season, and a rookie too. So, but just disappointing. Had 11 hits, went 3 for 11 with runners in scoring position. So, and now pretty much becomes a must-win tomorrow. I mean, every game from here on out is a must-win basically until we are eliminated from playoff contention if we do. So, but just gotta take it any way we can. We actually have not announced a starter for tomorrow afternoon's game. It's a day game. But I think it could be a bullpen game for the Cardinals, which is something we have not done much this season, but with Hunter Dobbins and Andre Palante both on IL, that means we could potentially have to go with a bullpen game. So, and then I believe it'll be Quinn Matthews starting against the Pirates, the opener of that series Friday. So till Thursday afternoon, Trevor Rogers, left-hander, goes for the Orioles. So till then, we're saying go Cards.